they're building a lot of houses, and right next to me they built a house, you know, seemingly made by American citizens, and took a long time to finish. Uh, Maybe like 3 months, the whole summer, maybe even. I wonder why. I wonder why it took so long. I used to see those things built in like 3 weeks. So that's kind of interesting. It's something I noticed. Like last year, there was a house that was built in like a little ways away from me that I get to see, in sight. And it was really quick. Built in like a real fast time. Maybe 3 weeks. 3 weeks tops. So that's just it's very interesting. Yeah, and that I don't think that one was built by American citizens, by the way. All right. So today we're gonna be watching some. We're gonna be watching some Mr. D videos, and the thing is like I'm very yeah. So let's do that. Alright, let's go ahead and go boom. Can't be too accurate here. Might get profiled. Let's see. Boom. Oh, no, not that. Boom. No. I'm pretty sure I'm pressing. Oh, right, a keyboard. Right. We're not going to spell it out. We don't need to spell it out. So I'm just going to be criticizing some of the things that have been going on. It's just like I've never seen, we're in a time where we've never been given so much to work with here, material to work with here as far as criticism, because it's just free for everyone to take in, and let's do that. So let's just watch how funny this guy is. He's such a comedian, and I really want to watch this. Let's see.
We have almost all of the
A little loud. He's a loud mouth. So we have to I think I have to put the volume down about 10 decibels.
Republican senators, and we
Still a little bit too loud. I'm gonna have to put it down maybe another 5.
have a lot of very distinguished House members, mostly Republicans, to the best of my knowledge, all Republicans. And we have our cabinet, and I have a lot of enemies because everybody
Why did they laugh?
wanted to be here tonight. Everybody. And then I said to my beautiful
How is that funny?
wife, who did a great job with the Christmas trees and everything, I said,
They did a great job with the Christmas trees for our country.
honey, we need more room. Is there a possibility we could take the trees out? She was not happy about that. So we left the trees. We have almost all of the Republican senators, and we have a lot of very distinguished House members, mostly Republicans.
I don't even know what that video was about. Something about Christmas trees. I don't know why that's important. Let's go ahead and
Mr. President,
just in whether to plan a strike. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
with Revolut, you can grow your money faster with up to 5.5% APY.
150,000 people die every day.
Mondays on TNT.
CP's crashing. Chart
Clear?
Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, so um how is this even like how is this justifiable in our time? I really would like to know the answer to that question. Because I feel like we interact with too many people other than ourselves. And I feel like it's not even in our country. Although, you can argue that the traffic comes into our country. The traffic comes into our country. And so I guess my criticism is it like to strike is a little bit like that's a little bit much. Wouldn't you say so? I just like there's all this talk about this, and it's like kind of insane because a lot of those people can't even defend themselves. There's no way. It's like tyranny in its most pure form, those people can't even afford barely electricity, barely any heat going, clean anything. And he wants to, raid this location. And my thought is like, how does it make it any different than like what we're gonna call Vlad. We're gonna call Vlad over there in the R place. We're gonna call him what can we call him? The devil. We'll call him that. So you have that guy, and then you have Mr. D here, and he is kind of doing a like one. No, I wouldn't say that, but he's doing something very similar, where it's like interrogating a country over something that is not exactly realized, proven. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but they're a third party, and we don't need to get involved, really. And it's like, if you can justify getting involved with this country, well then justify getting involved with all the other countries as well in South America. Why not? Just go for it. But my thing is like, that would be very tyrannical, wouldn't it? So if you can do it with one, though, you can do it with others, right? So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that Venezuela isn't the only country that is responsible for trafficking illegal things. But I don't get it. Why start? It's a little bit chaotic, especially for the people who don't deserve it. I don't know. It would be scary. It makes me uncomfortable as like as a citizen of here, because like the people are just living. That's all they're doing. And I'll continue. I sort of lost train of thought, but so let's watch this, I suppose.
Mr. President, the U.S. press.
Thank you, everybody, very much. It's a great honor.
So let's analyze. So walks in. I imagine he already expects a level of praise, because I see it on the face. And then we got the good boys in the background watching over him. Very good.
This has been an honor for a lot of reasons. Number one, they've sold more tickets than any event has ever sold already.
Who is this Dick Ryder on the right, I wonder?
Long before the kickoff. And number two, we've done a lot of work at the Kennedy Center. It was falling apart, and now it's pretty much back, and we'll get it back within the next 4 or 5 months through construction. But you see the way it looks, and John is just telling me, who's done an incredible job, by the way.
Oh, his name's John. That's cool. Cool name.
He's just telling how good a job we've done. You can look at the walls. The marble was broken. Everything was a mess, and we've really taken
the marble. That's nice.
Kennedy. So a lot of people thought it was going to be ripped down, and we did just the opposite. So we've done a really great renovation job on it, and over the next 3-4 months it'll be complete, and we're honored to have it here. And it's been very special. We've set a record on ticket sales, as you probably heard already, even way before.
It's all about the numbers.
Long before the event itself, and we're working with Canada, and we're working with Mexico, and it's been a really
You're not screwing over Mexico.
spectacular.
That's crazy. Kind of rare, right?
So far, it's been spectacular. Daniel, do you have a question?
What are your expectations? You once said that the FIFA World Cup was an opportunity to put, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to put the greatness of the United States on display.
Well,
1 billion eyeballs will be watching this play.
Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about. So, roughly. So, like, this exercise of power is kind of scary to me, because, like, it's not exactly, it's very random. Yeah, and that's frightening. And what does that say about us, like, as far as our safety for ourselves as people? How is it that he's able to just justify going at a different country and terrorizing people because of their location, where they come from? Talks about these, he did it already, was in support. Actually, isn't this what happened in over there in where they are having issues fighting one another? Not Ukraine and all that. I'm talking the other issue. So I mean, he already rated that, so it's like that was like number one, and then Venezuela is like the combo country to just like begin the combo. And I wonder if he does this like so confidently in one place, how many places will he do this? Because it's scary to me, because what starts in one place will come back to you. If you do it to others, it'll come back, surely, because at one point people will say, I've had enough, countries have had enough, and we're not going to take bullying from our nation. So from Mr. D here, the big D. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's scary. It scares me. How can you really trust a man like that?
Yeah, I think even today I understand. I hear that, I know we're a little late to get in there, but it's okay. They wait. So all my friends, I guess they have to wait then.
This guy on the right is so rich that he smiles like a jackass.
They wait. But no, the numbers are incredible. I hear today's numbers are very big.
The numbers are always incredible, aren't they?
I hope CNN is covering. They 1 billion eyeballs. Today's numbers are very, very big.
You're expected to get the FIFA
I just wonder what numbers.
Peace Prize, Mr. President. What would you say to people who say that prize might conflict with your pledge to strike Venezuela?
Well, I think
This man is supposedly to be supposedly in how do you say coherent, and he's always talking about numbers in his head.
Peace Prize. I mean, I settled 8 wars. I don't know that I'm getting it. I haven't been officially.
Where were these wars? And were they full-on wars or just conflicts?
Notice I've been hearing about a Peace Prize, and I'm here to represent our country in a different sense. But I can tell you, I did settle 8 wars, and we have.
You know, like when you talk out of your ass, that is can probably be held accountable. You know, because at what point are you just a liar? You know what I'm saying? Like, liars don't always get like very far in the world. I don't know where, like, show proof. I don't know. 8 wars is crazy. What wars are going on? I thought there were 2 maximum, and probably a third secret one. You know, so where are these eight of them? That's a little much.
It's coming, but which nobody's ever done before.
You know, and even if it hasn't been done before, why is that even relevant? Why is that relevant? It's not. Just here's the thing. This is how you know there's an ego there, and I'll do it for real like this one time with it real quick. So, like, when you do something nice for somebody, right? When you do something nice for somebody, you don't go, you know, that's the 20th time I did that. You ought to be thankful. No, you just, like, you know, you're happy and you move forward. You don't boast about your material numbers.
But I want to really save lives. I don't need prizes. I need to save lives, and we're saving a lot of lives. I've saved millions and millions of lives.
Does he care? So saving lives by kicking people out of your country?
And that's really what I want to do. And I also want to run a great country. And the United States right now is the hottest country anywhere in the world. And 1 year
Yeah, it's usually hot in hell.
ago it was dead. We had a dead country, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world.
What are you going to do in Mexico, Mr. What are you going to discuss with the leaders?
Well, we're going to meet with both, and we're getting along very well. You know, we're getting along very well. I don't know. I think we have a meeting set up for sometime after the event.
We're going to discuss trade.
Yeah, we'll discuss trade.
Of course, there's going to be discussion of trade. Are you joking me? Of course. Let's watch one of his more
Secretary of Defense.
profound. You know, we got like things like all kinds of things going on as far as what's going on in the big Washington. I feel like this is a distraction from what's going on. All this FIFA stuff is really irrelevant to helping our country, I'll be honest. Yeah, let's watch his own channel and let's really Dr. Phil. Does anybody take Dr. Phil seriously? I mean, come on. Merry Christmas. Let's watch this propaganda. You know, let's watch this propaganda. Why not?
As the president of the United.
I need a background filter on my audio. I mean, I just get so annoyed. I get so annoyed from my cat. It's the most horrendous thing ever.
United States, it's my tremendous honor to finally wish America and the world a very Merry Christmas. For Christians, this is
Why is Melania with him? I would just love to know the answer to that question. I mean, I think it's money, so yeah, you know that's not real.
a holy season, the celebration of the birth.
Because to be honest, he was like middle-aged by the time he found her, right? It must have been. And she was probably in her younger 20s. So how does that work? I would love to know. I don't think he was very handsome, was he? Maybe outside he was.
Of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. More than 2,000 years ago, the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary. He said,
The angel. This guy is the opposite of an angel. Do angels say to inject bleach into your system?
"Not be afraid. You have found favor with God." The angel told her that she would give birth to a baby boy, Jesus, who would be called the Son of the Most High. 9 months later, Christ was born in the town of Bethlehem. The Son of God came into the world in a humble stable.
He's not very humble himself.
Whatever our beliefs, we know that the birth of Jesus Christ and the story of this incredible life forever changed the course of human history. There's hardly an aspect of our lives today that his life has not touched. Art, music, culture, law, and our
My cat is annoying me.
respect for the sacred dignity of every person everywhere in the world. At Christmas, we give thanks to God and that God sent his
That was really hard for him to say.
only Son to die for us and to offer everlasting peace to all humanity. And we recognize that the real
Humanity.
spirit of
He's really good at English.
Christmas is not what we have, it's about who we are. Each one of us is a child of God. That is the true source of joy this time of the year. That is what makes every Christmas merry.
Imagine saying like what he said on Twitter. That would, live in front of everybody. How he went on a rant recently.
Above all, during the sacred season, our souls
Imagine he did that in this setting right here.
are full of
And then said Merry Christmas.
thanks and praise for Almighty God for sending us Christ, his Son, to redeem the world. Tonight we ask that God will continue to bless this nation, and we pray that he will grant every American family a Christmas season full of joy, hope, and
Only the American families.
peace.
Alright.
As the president
Oh, this is really outdated. 11 months ago is not really. It's not really up to speed. We can't be watching this channel. You would think he would use his own channel to brainwash, but not really. That's not a thing, I guess. It's too busy.
Even in death.
Too busy, I don't know, doing nothing. Well, nothing good at least.
And Prince.
Living Spaces Cyber Week deals start now, with sofas starting at $295, dining sets starting at $295.
There's one thing I like about this is that he always talks to other leaders. Seems to, at least. This is good. This is what gets me.
Thank you so much for being here, for being with us. I will make you work a little bit later on.
The legendary Tom Brady!
Well, thanks, Leo. Hi, this is
Friday said you would be at school. Don't worry, you're gonna do well.
I could not have done this without you guys.
I'm surprised he's talking with her because, well, he kicks them out.
Leo, wow, that's a really good game. Plane ticket to Washington.
Okay. So, I don't know. This is a blemish. I don't really care for that. This is all like face value things and not policy. This FIFA thing is a massive distraction. A few days ago, there was some serious things going on.
Heartbreaking news.
Let's see if we
It's a
can.
nice building, I have to tell you.
He loves nice buildings.
So this is a special occasion for a lot of reasons, but number one is it's our first occasion in this building using it for peace. And it's all about peace, and it's a great honor. And Marco, you've done a fantastic job in getting it.
Let's watch this a little bit.
When you've got a classic ride,
Well, we're talking about.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, we got you know, I'll be like pretty direct. So I worked at a gala event one time, and don't ask me how I got there, but I got there. I worked at a gala event as like an usher, you could say, and it was for Republicans, purely Republicans, and they are the most stuck-up people you'll ever come across, politicians. And you know, even like there was the mayor at the time of the city I was in, and he basically thought he could do whatever he wanted to do and go wherever he wanted to go. And even at this event, there was another event. This is not Republican, but I overheard them talking about, this was actually for Democrats, you know, politicians. I'm criticizing in general now, not just the Rees. Um, they were talking. I overheard them talking about how they were gonna go to a hookah bar. How nice! How nice is that? Later, so and this was late into the night, and they're politicians. It's such a beautiful thing, isn't it? They're gonna go celebrate further. I'm serious. I can't make this up.
Cafe standards, a very big deal, very important today.
So my point is, these are the people that run the country.
Administration has taken historic action to lower costs for American consumers, protect American auto jobs, and make buying a car much more affordable for countless American families and also safer. We're officially terminating Joe Biden's ridiculously burdensome, horrible actually, cafe standards that imposed expensive restrictions and all sorts of problems, gave all sorts of problems to automakers. And we're not only talking about here, we're talking about outside of our country, because nobody could do it. Nobody wanted to do it, and it was ridiculous.
Why would they?
Very expensive. It put tremendous upward pressure on car prices. Combined with the insane electric vehicle mandate, Biden's burdensome regulations helped cause the price of cars to soar more than 25%. And in one case, they went up 18% in 1 year. Today, we're taking one more step to kill the Green New scam. It's part of the greatest scam, probably, well, other than Russia, and a few others I could name. The greatest scam in American history, the Green New scam.
He's very bold for saying that. That's kind of crazy.
And it's a quest to end the gasoline-powered car. This is what they wanted to do, even though we have more gasoline than any other country by far. And people want the gasoline car.
You know, okay, I'll be pretty direct, okay? Like, there are things that I like that he does. You know, that's probably about 15%. Because I am in a line with some of these things. But then there's like the whole 85% where I can't comprehend. So, you know, it's like maybe a politician might have manners, but that's about it, you know? Like everything, you know, they do some good things, you know, at least. But not everything is, it's more bad than good.
They want everything. They want electric. They want to have lots of alternatives, but they do want the gasoline car. Right now, it's leading away by a lot. The car business is a very interesting business, but we want to keep it that way. I want to thank Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, Deputy Transportation Secretary Stephen Bradbury, as well as CEO of Ford, Jim Farley. Jim, where is Jim? Let's see. Hi, Jim. Congratulations. You're doing a great job. CEO of Stellantis, Antonio Filosa. Thank you very much, Antonio. Chairman of the National Automobile Dealers Association, Tom Castrito.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Tom. Great to have you. And Manager, General Motors, Orient.
Was he in the military or something?
Plant, John Urbanik.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Great to have you guys here. And you're going to say a few words in a minute about how ridiculous this was, but we've just freed you up. So you're going to have a good day and have a good number of years. Thanks as well to Senators Shelley Moore Capito, Ted Cruz, Kevin Kramer, Marcia Blackburn, Eric Schmidt, and Bernie Marino, as well as Representatives Sam Graves, Vern Buchanan, Mike Kelly, Roger Williams, Lisa McClain, and Troy Balderson. All great people. These are great.
Let's see a little bit about maybe the policy here.
Own a vacation rental? If it's not listed on Booking.com, it's invisible to millions of travelers.
I didn't say it was pretty, but he would sit there in the cold and he didn't mind it at all. I said, that's one tough cookie, right?
You lit it up. We didn't need any heat. You were there.
We had a good time. We had a lot of great rallies.
We
right?
did. We did.
Pennsylvania. Please, Mr. Congressman.
Thank you, Mr. President. What I represent the dealer. I'm a dealer, and we got some other dealers in here.
You look like a dealer.
But this is huge for the dealer body, the local car dealer. We're going to be able to sell what
Kind of sound like one.
the customer wants. The manufacturer's going to make what the customer wants. We've got all kinds of options to the big bill. It's going to enable people, as we talked about, to deduct payments and so forth. As we say in the business, it's never been cheaper than they are today, Mr. President. And it's going to be a great opportunity for the dealer body to sell what consumers want. And 99% of the businesses in America are small businesses. Many are car dealers, employ a lot of people. It's going to be a great year.
English not so good.
For us. We appreciate your leadership. So we appreciate, from a retail standpoint, we appreciate the manufacturers going to step up and build cars that customers want and that we want to sell. So thank you very much. It makes it a great country.
He's also a very brave congressman because he was there on the baseball field that horrible day with
Baseball field? How is that relevant?
Steve Scalise and some other people. He was hit, but he took it very well. He took it very well. You're my pal.
I'm sure he takes it very well.
Thank you.
Thanks. Great job.
Appreciate you.
Great job.
Oh.
Appreciate it. Kevin, could you say a few words of wisdom? One of the really smart economic forecasters, I will tell you, beyond an economist.
I mean, with that kind of handshake, I'm sure he takes it really well.
He's a real forecaster. Please.
Sir, I think that there's a massive macroeconomic benefit to what we're doing today. And the way to think about it
Hands in pockets.
is that the car that has the best gas mileage that you could buy that has only gasoline is a Honda. I think it's about 36.
I love how he's talking down on him. That's hilarious. People just do that more often.
Miles per gallon. Joe Biden wanted to make every car on average be about
He's informing him. It's so funny.
50. So there's no car made in
That's when you know a person
the
is,
U.S. that you would be
you know, like kind of smart, I guess.
able to sell 2 years from now, 3 years from now, under that rule, because what he wanted to do was make everybody have an electric car, as you know. But here's the thing: that if everybody had an electric car, then nobody would be buying gasoline anymore, and they'd have to take all the miles.
Is that really true? We would still need gas for, you know, cutting the grass on in front of the house, the big house there. I don't know if that's true.
That they travel and put it on the grid. And so we would have to increase the
Or maybe you could use it for other things.
production of electricity in the U.S. by 25% over the next couple of years if they had their way. And so you've really stopped a massive disruption for the economy with this. So thank you, sir.
And that wasn't the main reason, and yet it certainly is a main reason. You wouldn't have been able to do it even if you wanted it. It's just so crazy. That was the mandate, which we ended. Troy?
But this is a conversation for a later date. But if we are going in the direction of, you know, pure electricity, then we're going to have this conversation. And at this point, because the money is good, we're negating the confrontation of this problem.
Would you like to say something?
Great honor, thank you. My family is a former dealer, 48 years, Chrysler Dodge dealer, and then I got into the political world.
Just basic logic, okay? So, like every precious resource is truly precious. So these things will run out over time, more or less, and we won't be able to avoid confrontation. And I suppose anybody who does things for the short, think about how that works, right? If you do things because they're good right now, then what will happen later when it doesn't work out anymore? This mindset is a little bit detrimental. You have to think long term.
Sir, I had more fun in the dealership world, but I miss it, but I still play a big role in automobiles and grateful. I remember under President Obama when the CAFE standards changed, as Mike brought up, and going through those challenging times as a Chrysler dealer before Stellantis came along. It was Daimler before you guys got it. So thank you very much for being
Oh, they all know each other. They're all buddies. It's so cute.
here and making these changes. And as you said, that interest on the car loan piece was big. And I know that Bernie led the charge on that in the Senate and get it into one big, beautiful bill. That really is a big deal, and people need to understand how big a deal that is.
They did a great job. And by the way, we had a great victory last night.
Is this like ass kissing competition. I don't really know. On camera? That's crazy.
Kind of like our race, huh?
He's going to be a great congressman. I think so. Really, like us, right?
Yeah, like us.
One of my early endorsements, right?
Yes, sir.
Can we
I guess like anything to get ahead of the game, right?
talk about it? You're right here is a man. Come in. Let me say hello to you. Please.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership. But the thing I've admired most, you've been in business, you've been in the battles over the years, and you're helping us lead us out. Most people that are up here have no idea about business or small business. It makes a big difference. One is. Number two is, I would just say in terms of the tax stuff we're talking about, one of the things that get missed, and I'm in Florida, Sarasota region, is the ability to deduct. Most people have a small business, they'll have a lawn business, they'll have this, that, they buy a new or used truck. They can take that deduction, let's say they're in a 20% tax bracket, but the vehicle's 60 grand, they can take 20% of the 60 grand, get a $12,000 write-off. They can pay their payments for the first year. That's a powerful tool we don't talk about, I don't know why, but at the end of the day, because of what you've put in place, full expensing, that's the tool that it would use. And you could just think about all the people in Florida, just general places. They're buying old vans or new vans. They're buying trucks, mainly trucks, and they're getting a deduction. They don't even have a payment for a year.
That's right.
So I have one of the best things for Florida.
One of the biggest things in the expensing.
Expensing is a powerful tool. They can write the whole asset off the first year, take that deduction, put $12,000 in their pocket on a $20,000. Well, let me mention one other thing. They got into the e-vehicles, electric cars. And I'm talking to dealers that come in and talk to me, and basically they couldn't sell one, they couldn't give one away, and when these companies, or they got in because of whatever political pressure under the Biden administration, and they end up realizing
What pressure? What pressure?
that they got no market.
It's an open market, you know, a business. There's no pressure.
A guy says the car's been sitting there a year, I can't get rid of it. So they don't understand the market. The people produce the vehicles, and that's made a big difference in your leadership. But thanks for what you're doing here today. It's big, it's huge. It'll make a big difference.
Huge.
$12,000 on a $60,000 vehicle up front day one. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, we're just talking about something that's interesting. Ford would make, and I don't want to speak from Ford because we have one of the top people right here.
Mr. President, it's fine if you want to talk about Ford.
Ford would make numerous electric cars in order to sell one Ford 150. Yes. Because they'd make all their money with the 150. Yes. And they were willing to lose money on building 2 or 3 electric cars that they couldn't sell in order to make some money on the 150, because the 150 is a monster. I'll tell you what, that no matter where you go, they love that Ford 150. Yes. But isn't it a ridiculous model when you have to build 2 or 3 cars that you know you're not going to be selling or not be selling for
The big bulky truck.
much in order to really do something
That is always annoying and very loud.
that you should have the right to do, which is make a car that you want to make. Yes.
Kind of like these people.
The market wants, right? So congratulations on the 150.
Thank you. Best-selling vehicle in the United States.
Just saying.
Look at that.
Now it's
100% built in the United States.
Now it's only going to do no, but it really is. It's amazing. It's an amazing brand.
There was a lot of stupid things done here.
What would you like to say?
Yeah, I thank you, Mr. President and Secretary Duffy and all of us. You know, one of the last times I was here is when you signed the
Did she really just point at him? How dare she?
electric vehicle CRA, Congressional Review Act, that all of us participated in. The beginning of really making common
She doesn't belong there. Very unprofessional.
sense, because it was going to impact 17 other states and really a large part of our economy. Because it was going to impact 17 other states and really a large part
What was that editing?
of our economy. This is about affordability here. I'm just going to
I think it's... Never mind.
say one thing. Well, maybe I already said one thing, so now I'm going to say two.
Takes so long to talk.
When we talk about a car and auto, we sort of talk about just, oh, we need a car. Do you know what a car does for
Look at how far back he is. He's like...
family? You can can take your children to school, you can go to the store, you can visit your mother, you can go to church, you can have a job, you have the flexibility that you need. A car for an American family is about a roadway to prosperity.
Big deal.
It's a big deal. And so by making them more affordable, making them more choice-driven by what families want and need, today is a great day for the American family. Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely. And the American worker.
Say.
Well, thank you, Mr. President and Secretary Duffy, and to my colleagues
Thank God she didn't point this time.
that are here. In Tennessee, we make great automobiles, and we have a fantastic workforce. And whether you're GM or Ford, with their new investment.
I like businesswomen. Like very hard world out there, and they don't have to, but they choose the life of business. I mean, like, you know, decent business. That's cool. I like that. Just like generally, I'm just saying I like that.
In Tennessee, or Nissan or VW or Toyota with the engine plant, what you see is the components that are necessary to build these cars, and removing these standards and making cars more affordable.
He's so scared of her.
Does mean that more people will purchase them, but it also means
A woman.
we're going to have to make more cars to meet that demand, and for Tennessee, that is a great thing.
So, you know, I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, like, we have the biggest auto manufacturers in the world. They're talking about investing billions and they're investing it as we speak, but billions and billions of dollars in our country. Thank you very much. And they're here. They're not like, well, maybe we'll do it. They're doing it because of tariffs.
Oh, baby, we'll do it.
And they're doing it because of maybe they like the president, and we're doing things like this for them, which frankly, no matter who you are, this should be done. And we're doing things like deductibility of interest when you borrow money. To buy a car, you're allowed to deduct it from your income tax. That is a massive tax cut for people. They're probably going to be trying to buy that car anyway. And I really think that that interest factor is going to be one of the biggest things. When I was proud of that because I thought of it, and it seems so simple. Other people are allowed big interest. If you're a rich person, you're allowed to have big interest deductions for different things you do. But if you're a middle-income person that has to buy a car, you were never entitled to anything. And now you're getting a full interest deduction on the loan. And I think that's going to have one of the biggest impacts. But we're here with companies that are investing tens of billions of dollars in our country as we speak. It's not going to be in 2 years or 3 years. A lot of it's because of the expensing provision in the bill, the big, beautiful bill. But a miracle is happening in our country. It's a miracle. This is just the auto industry, but we have other industries where it's the same thing. They're building all over our country, and this is a revolution is happening. It's a business revolution. It's a jobs revolution. It's a car revolution. We're bringing back the car industry that was stolen from us because we have people that didn't know what they were doing sitting at this desk. They put the wrong
Bringing back something that is already there.
people in.
Where did it go, I wonder?
Because they weren't advised properly. And this is really an incredible thing that's
Massive misuse of words.
happening. Go ahead, Kevin.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. And I think in many respects, pretty much everything that could be said has been, except...
All right, let me get into the more interesting things. This is kind of redundant, to be honest. Let's get into confrontations, potentially. I feel like everything is so filtered, like everything is recent, and the nice things Okay, I guess I don't really want to watch that, but he had a few speeches recently. Here you go. This is important. This one.
Think you don't have time for an accounting degree? Think WGU. Built for working adults, our fully online programs let you earn a degree on your time. Learn more at wgu.edu.
Round up spare change into saving stocks of Bitcoin when you use your Cash App card.
Give me 17 cents on Bitcoin.
You know, I went to the store, and this kind of gets me. Kind of like, wow. But I went to the store recently, to a small business, very small. And it's like a local shop, right? And they refused to give me a paper receipt. Now that is like financially racist. Like, let's be honest. What are they doing? And they had one of those little scanner machines. You know, if I want paper, I want paper. You know what the answer to that is? Plant more trees. I think so. Maybe not. It's a very, very easy problem to fix.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. I'm Stephanie Quinn.
No one cares about you, Stephanie.
And typically the White House does share with us an update. So
Okay, let's go.
Please make great everything. Great computers, great everything. Michael Dell, very much of a legend, who's here with his really exciting announcement. It's so amazing, and much more importantly, he's here with his wonderful wife, Susan, and they have a special relationship. I think I can say that, really. It's very nice. I don't see too much of it. I see the opposite, but I don't see too much. I have two special people, and I've seen that. I've family members, employees.
There's a lot of special things going on. A lot of special people. Let's see.
For decades, we've talked about the wealth gap. We've talked about too many people left out and left behind. This president was elected on a Main Street agenda to get the rest of America into the game. And that's exactly what this does. It gets every American child, 3.7 million children born every year, will now start life off with an investment account, seeded with $1,000. And then you're going to have great philanthropists, great Americans like Michael and Susan, who are going to add money.
Where was my 1,000?
To those accounts. We're overwhelmed with the number of companies that
just kidding.
want to contribute to these accounts. Already companies from Uber to Nvidia, T-Mobile to Charter Communications, Dell, etc. The list goes on, and every day more companies are calling us, raising their hands and saying, we want to be part of this. It's like a 401k from birth. It's a benefit for the kids of our employees, right? Major philanthropists, but I think what this is going to unlock is the power of families. Moms and dads Venmoing and Apple Paying and $5.
I'm not interested in this. There's something he said recently that is like kind of like, whoa. There's so much happening in this world right now. This right here is like, let's see what this is.
Nice to be with you. Welcome to the final cabinet meeting of 2025, a year that will go down as the most consequential and successful first year of any administration. They're saying that, not me.
Kicking people out successfully.
Oh, I say it too, actually, but a lot of people are saying it, and a lot of that is thanks to the men and women in the cabinet.
Who's saying it exactly?
The new and improved cabinet room, I might add.
Oh, the one that you made yourself?
We took pictures down from the vaults. We have vaults downstairs with lots of pictures that have
Pictures?
been exposed to the world for, in many cases, over 100 years. We brought them up, and and we're using them as they should be used. But the cabinet room looks beautiful like it should now. The Oval Office looks beautiful like it should. It was like
I really want to see it then.
the rest of the country. It was in disrepair. 1 year ago, our country was dead, and said to me by many leaders, we had a dead country.
Then why did you take it on?
Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. It's true. The hottest country anywhere in the world. Think of that. In 4 long years of the Biden administration, there were just $1 trillion of new investments in the United States. In 10 months, we've secured commitments of over $18 trillion. So they had, in 1 year, they had less than $1 trillion. That's in a period of 4 years. Think of it, 4 years they had less than $1 trillion. In 10 months, we have more than 18 trillion. Is that right, Scott? It's even going to be higher than that.
It'll be higher.
And going up. And we're waiting for the Supreme Court case, and it's so important and so vital for this country, because we're
How did we get those?
not only respected again, we're putting out wars by our trade policies, and we're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars, and our country is wealthy again.
You know, the price of shipping went up like insane from other countries. Like, it's so expensive that it doesn't even justify purchasing. It's more expensive than the actual product itself. So if you get something small, I don't know about like now, but maybe a couple months ago, when the new trading policy was into act, for Americans to buy things, it's like almost like it's ridiculous, the price of shipping alone to get very small items that weigh less than 1 ounce. Like, do you realize that if you're able to obtain goods from other countries, that holds value for us, because later on we'll be able to sell those. So I just there's some things that can't be, shouldn't be, and for a reason. There's already infrastructures in place in other countries to keep things going. So we don't have to do everything. We really don't. I don't understand it. It limits the growth of our economy actually over time, because actually, who wants to pay $30, $20, $40 shipping for a 1 ounce item in America? You don't. You really don't. We actually kind of lose money or something. I don't think so. Maybe we gain money because we pay a lot of money for shipping, but that money stays in the US, really. It's kind of insane. I don't even know how that works. But why is shipping so expensive?
Secure again, and it's part of national security, and I hope that goes well. I think it's very important, but
I just don't understand how it makes anything easier, because it's expensive to ship over here, and why would they pay? They're paying more, and that makes sense, but it limits the business that even happens in the first place. I would rather have something than nothing. It's kind of insane.
Think of the number. We're going to be over $18 trillion in 10 months, and which is a record times probably 8 or 10 times, I think more than that, for any country. There's never been a country that's had that kind of an investment ever in history. And there's never been a country that's had half of that. It's
all right, let's keep going.
Down lower than what they were before, but the word affordability is a con job by the Democrats. They say affordable. I watched the other day where some very low IQ congresswoman talked about affordability. She had no idea. Their prices were much higher. As an example, energy, gasoline, We're now at about $2.50 a gallon. We're going to be, I think, at $2 a gallon. We could even crack that at some point. I'd love to do it. And we could do it
What are these numbers based on?
more easily if we weren't building up the strategic national reserves, which Biden emptied out before the election so that he could try and get elected, meaning he started it, then he got thrown out of the race, and she took over and she kept it going, and they emptied out these strategic national reserves, which are really meant for something else. They're not meant to keep people happy with their gasoline price. They're meant for war. They're meant for problems, big problems. He emptied it out, and then she continued it during the process of trying to get elected. Didn't work out too well for him. It's going to go down a little bit further. You want to have a little tiny bit of inflation, otherwise that's not good either. Then you have a thing called deflation, and deflation can be worse than inflation. But we have it almost, we'll soon be at a perfect level.
It depends on the circumstance, no?
But we inherited the worst inflation. But we have 20 states that
How about just being stable? How about that?
are now selling gasoline at less than the $2.75. Think of that, $2.75. And it was at $5 under Sleepy Joe. Grocery prices are down with the cost of Thanksgiving turkey this year down 33%. It was lower than 33% lower than under the Biden administration. Egg prices are way down 86%, thank you. And mortgage rates, despite the fact that we have an incompetent chairman of the Fed, a real dope, who should reduce rates. I saw even...
You know, like turkey prices, but what about electronics? Talk about those.
Jamie Dimon said he should be reducing rates. I never saw Jamie Dimon say that. I wonder why he
You know, that's things that come from the farm. That's pretty easy. But, you know, electronics, let's hear about all that. Let's hear it. Let's hear those prices, if those went down.
that. But he really said it because he's right. But we have a guy that's just a stubborn ox who probably doesn't like your president, your favorite president. But they're going to be coming down. We'll be announcing somebody probably early next year for the new chairman of the Fed. I talked to Scott about taking the job, but he doesn't want it. You got the greatest job here.
Yes, sir.
Right? He said, no, I want to stay chairman. I want to stay right where we are, Treasury. And I think we're doing really great, aren't we?
We're doing great, sir, and it's a great team to be part of.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Under my executive order to lower prescription drug
He doesn't want to lose his job.
prices, which I think is the single biggest thing we've ever done that nobody writes about because you're fake news. I've made unprecedented deals along with Bobby and Oz and all of the people that work on it. A lot of people that you wouldn't even think work on it, but they do, to slash drug prices by 200%, 300%, 400%, 500%, 600%, 700%, 800%. Nobody.
Because the shipping is so massive. And also, the Americans, we have to pay for shipping too.
Nobody's ever heard of it before. Because I instituted favored nations, and no nation agreed to do it. And then I said to the nations, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to charge you 100% tariff. Which
Yeah, this tariff is what I have an issue with because, again, I don't want to do business if I have to pay about 10 times the amount of money for shipping. How does this excel business over time? How does this do this? It goes at a cost of the people who pay for it. It really isn't affordable.
There's more money than we're talking about. And they said, sir, we'd love to do it. Please, we would be honored to do it. And they agreed.
It's not affordable for anyone paying for it.
That they would go along with the whole thing. Nobody thought you could do it because they felt, number one, you couldn't get the drug companies to do it. So we're paying, as an example, for the, let's call it the fat drug, F-A-T, for fat people. Anybody use it at the table? Don't ask. But the fat drug was $135. Think of that. For certain people, $1,300 for certain countries, $1,300 in New York. So,
I'm not interested in this.
you couldn't get people to join the military, Pete, right? They didn't want anything to do with military. They wanted nothing to do with joining the police or the fire. They wanted nothing to do with anything. They had no spirit. The country it had no spirit, nothing. And now we just had the highest recruitment in history. And we're getting great people. We're getting great people. And I will say, despite what just happened, Washington, D.C. has become a really safe place. And I guess this lunatic probably was upset that the National Guard is so effective.
So effective in kicking people out.
You have a deal. Tell them, how much money have we made since I made that deal?
It's only $40 billion.
$40 billion. We made $40 billion. That was, what, 3 months ago? Does anybody write about it? Nobody writes about it. That's okay. Mr. Secretary, how we doing with transportation?
Well, Mr. President, so just quickly on aviation, many of you heard that we have an infrastructure made of copper. We have to transition to fiber. The last administration said it was going to take more than 10 years to complete the transition from copper to fiber. They had no plan to actually do it. We have already completed a third of this transition from copper to fiber. Now it's going to take longer for us to go from analog to digital. By the way, the rest of the world transitioned 20 years ago from analog to digital. We are just going to do that at the FAA right now, but we're buying new radios. We're going to buy...
I feel like this is I feel like analog is better. Not for speed, maybe. Actually, I don't really know how it works. But as far as like what infrastructure or what even they're talking about. But analog is can't be hacked, you know. Not immediately, not easily. So interesting.
New radar. By the way, those radar are going to be made in America, Mr. President. This phase of the operation will be completed by the time you leave office. It's 3 years. I do need another $20 billion, Congress, to start the second phase, which is really important, and we'll try to get that done also in that 3-year time period, but we need the money, critically important. With regard to commercial driver's license, I think we've covered a lot the crashes that have taken place around the country, and what we found is there have been states that have issued commercial driver's license to foreigners, and they've gone through sham schools, and they're not safe on American roadways. And so, in partnership with Secretary Noŭs, we have driven those numbers down. We got California, Gavin Newsom, to revoke 17,000 unlawfully issued licenses. We've closed down half of the fake schools that give out these fake licenses.
Yeah, I don't like that fake license. I don't like it.
All critically important.
I don't like it personally.
Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota gave 33% of these licenses unlawfully. People that should never...
I didn't know this existed. I think it might be an underground business, and I don't like that.
...have a driver's license driving a big rig on American roads.
Imagine how easy it is to get a driver's license through this system. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Endangering the American people. Shameful. We've cleaned up Union Station here in D.C. per your directive. We're going to rebuild Penn Station in New York. We're going to break ground at the end of...
public housing in our country safe.
And I want people to know, our colleagues know this, but people in America know that we actually care about people that live in public housing around our country. A lot of public housing is wrong.
No, you don't. If you cared, it would be better.
With crime, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, illicit drugs, illegal aliens living in public housing, but we put them on notice.
Illegal, he says.
To let you know that it's not lost on us. We care about the people. We're paying attention to it, and we're going to root out crime in public housing. We've been very focused on working with the Memphis Safe Task Force, the DC Safe and Beautiful Task Force, working with Pam and Chrissy and others, and law enforcement. Our law enforcement is tremendous. Every single night they go out and they go to public housing to make sure that our people are safe, mothers and children are safe. And so at HUD, you know, it's a different day. We're running new plays. The film was real bad when I came in, I'm gonna be honest. But we are giving the people that live in public housing the assurance that they will be safe. And we also announced a new crime hotline, sir, that people that live in public housing, if they see criminal activity, if they see illegals living there, if they see drug trafficking, if you see it.
So every illegal immigrant is dangerous, apparently.
You hear it reported. Don't be afraid, and so work with our officers in space.
They're not safe. Have you ever been around a Mexican and I guess not felt safe? Or do you just like look at them like they're crazy and laugh at them? I don't know. You tell me.
General, we set up this crime hotline and also working with Chrissy and Department of Homeland Security, making sure that everyone that.
But don't answer that question. Maybe in California it's a little different. I don't know. I don't know the statistics there. But you know, generally, I don't know. I don't think you would feel too unsafe.
Live beside the public housing is accounted for, and that they are American people. And so I say that and I emphasize that to know that we prioritize American people and American people only. Lastly, sir.
What about people in general?
In Atlantic City, we took over the Atlantic City public housing because the living conditions were deplorable. And they have people that have been living there for 3 generations, and they were being treated very bad. And so I took it so that we can now give people a safe place to stay, and working with the First Lady in the foster youth.
So let's make a place safe by unsafely removing the people that you're supposed to keep safe.
The initiative has been a great joy for me and our team, so thank you for doing that executive order to make sure that our foster youth have a safe landing pad and have financial literacy as they age out of the foster youth system. And so you talked about affordability. HUD has supported over 1 million Americans in home ownership and affordability, and over 560,000 are first-time home buyers. So I hope that the press will write about that good news, that 1 million people are able to own a home and to refinance their homes. And so we are moving our building from DC to Alexandria, Virginia. So thank you for your support. We're going to save
What does that mean?
the American people by $500 million. So that's my report. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Scott. Brooke?
Well, coming off of Thanksgiving,
Is there a ghost in here? Why do I always hear random sounds in my room?
moving towards Christmas, I think it's the season of
Season of taking.
Thanksgiving, and 2 words for me are gratitude and joy. Gratitude to
Gratitude for receiving things.
you for, as Howard said, bringing this team together. I say it a lot, but I'll say it again, that this is like family at this point, and I don't know that there's ever been an organization like this, at least
I don't think they look at you like that.
a government like this in the history of our country. These jobs are hard, but the joy every day in getting to fight for America and save the country.
The moment that you change sides is the moment that you're not family. So I wouldn't say that. These politicians have been known to flip on us. I don't know where she's coming around with this type of rhetoric.
Is the privilege of all of our lifetimes, I believe. So thank you for that. At U.S. Department of Agriculture, the People's Department, Abraham Lincoln launched this department in 1862. But under your leadership, we have finally, again, put farmers
Under his leadership, they've abused the system to their liking.
and ranchers and rural America first. in the last year. It's no longer DEI, climate change, sending out money based on the color of a farmer's skin. It's now about literally putting farmers back at the center of it. And under the last administration, we talked a lot about affordability. We'll continue to talk about that.
I assume only American farmers.
But under the Biden administration and the destruction of our economy and the cost of inflation, interest rates for farmers and ranchers went up 73%. Labor went up 47%. Fertilizer went up 36%. Fuel went up 28%. So when you think about the extreme economic strain that a lot of our farmers are under in our farm economy, these are massive, massive numbers that will take some time to get out from under. But we've already seen the beginnings of the movement toward more affordable food, housing, fuel, et cetera, and that will only continue to trend as we work to solve those issues. My partners in trade.
So let's talk about this, right? A little bit. So I wonder like where this money's coming from, you know? So just in a very logical sense, I don't know the specifics, right? But I imagine since they're kicking people out, there's less people to take money from the system, right? So that's all good, but like, you know, that's where the money comes from. The money comes from having less people around so that those people can't get benefits of the system. Okay, fine. The thing is like, if those people were citizens, then you would have no choice other than to maybe they would get benefits, you know. It's not a matter of kicking out. Helps, you know, the problem will come around soon enough. So, you know, there's money available because they're forcefully kicking people out.
Of course, they do the work, but I'm constantly talking to them about selling more soybeans, selling more corn, getting more of our products out. But when we really think about how to solve for this idea that for so long our farmers, many of them have been farming for government checks instead of moving their product around the world, these trade...
So it's basically like a good, it's a trade, doing something bad for something good, basically. Is that really good then at the end of the day?
Deals change that forever. And it isn't one trade deal or two trade deals, it's dozens of trade deals. And so talking about rural prosperity and bringing the golden age back to rural America, which has
rural white America.
Been lost for too long. And we're going to focus on that next year, hopefully with our vice president, many of our cabinet members.
The golden age were the 50s, no? So, yeah, I don't know. Not so many Mexicans at that time.
But the opportunity to do that under these new trade deals is unprecedented. And so just putting farmers first, our ranchers first, Mr. President, is such a huge priority and an accomplishment of the last year. The second quick thing is lawfare, and I know you know this better than anyone in the country. When a government politicizes and weaponizes their power to go after average, everyday Americans, well, from you, the top of the vice president, but all the way down to the ranchers in South Dakota, the Maud family, who were facing jail time.
No one cares about South Dakota.
Over a fence line dispute that had been in their family for 130 years. We fixed that. The family, the Henry family in New Jersey, who were facing their farm.
One family, wow.
Being taken away for eminent domain to give to affordable housing, we fixed that. So being able to completely change the trajectory of private property rights, but especially as it has to do with our farmers and ranchers and our rural communities, changes everything for our country. And then the third thing, we have so much great things to talk about at USDA, but the third thing, which became very much a part of the national conversation during the Democrat shutdown, was SNAP reform, food stamp reform. When all of America saw what so many of us know and have been working on, But when you have so much rampant fraud in a program that 42 million Americans participate in, now a big good piece of news that I hope is written about, since you became president, about 800,000 of those 42 million have moved off of food stamps, which is hopefully the plan with better jobs, higher wages, etc. But still, when we found 186,000 dead people or dead people's Social Security numbers being used, 500,000 people receiving benefits more than twice. We had a couple of people receiving benefits in 6
Why are they dead? Did you kick them out?
states. In February of this year,
I'm just kidding.
we asked for all the states for the
Not really.
first time to turn over their data to the federal government, to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud, to make sure that those who really need food stamps are getting them, but also to ensure that the American taxpayer is protected. 21 states said yes, not surprised. 29 states said yes, not surprisingly, the red states, and that's where all of that data, that fraud comes from. But 21 states, including California, New York, and Minnesota, the blue states, continue to say no. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer. As Joe Biden was working to buy an election a year ago, he increased food stamp program funding by 40%. So now as we continue to roll that back. So the partnership in Making America Healthy Again is also in food stamps, but a lot of what Bobby and I are doing together is really remarkable. But again, just gratitude and joy for this work, and so grateful to you. The final
Enjoy.
thing I'll say, a lot of gratitude to Secretary Marco Rubio for wearing his Aggie maroon tie as a reflection of Texas A&M beating Florida handily about a month ago.
Is this important?
So, Marco, I want to thank you, and much gratitude and joy in my heart as well. Yes. But thank you, sir.
We also have to say something about China with one of the largest purchases ever in our country, the soybeans.
Yes, sir.
And so I want to thank President Xi. We had a great meeting.
I wonder if they taxed him a lot on that. If they got a lot of tariffs. See, this is what I'm talking about. We need it. We need it. But what if someone tariffed him, 1,000%? Because that's basically what you're doing to your own American people. Is American people have to pay extra money for shipping when buying from foreign countries. Imagine they put a tariff on your soybeans. We don't even need soybeans.
We're in South Korea, and I went to a lot of other places too, but we met in South Korea.
It's unhealthy food.
And President Xi was great, and China gave us among the largest orders in the history of your world, agriculture.
That's right.
So.
And sir, may I say, this is the
Imagine that we screw a country over, but we need something from them. Why tariff them? It's just it's insane. It really is. How is it good for business?
remarkable result of real leadership.
How is it good for long term?
In your real leadership. Just a couple of days ago, China announced that they were going to halt all purchases from Brazil because they had found some irregularities in some of the soybeans they're buying from Brazil. And what that means is a continued signal that this country and our farmers produce the best, highest quality soybeans, sorghum, et cetera, in the world. And what you've been able to do is open those markets up and again, move toward an era where our farmers are not so reliant on government checks, but they have the markets to sell their product. Having said that, we do have a bridge payment we'll be announcing with you next week as we're still trying to recover from the Biden years.
Yeah,
That's right.
To help the farmers. We're going to help the farmers. They did not help the farmers.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Scott?
Mr. President, it's been a great year on the economy, but the best is yet to come. The tens of trillions of dollars that have come in investment, both the portfolio investment by companies, investment by countries, that is turning into a CapEx boom for the U.S. Capital expenditures up 15% in history. When CapEx is up, jobs will follow. The One Big Beautiful Bill is an incredible, as you said, thanks to your leadership, along with Speaker Johnson, Senator Leader Thune, we had.
This man is talking beyond my knowledge.
That done on July 4th, which everyone said was impossible. And the great thing about that bill, sir, for the American people, it's for industry, 100% expensing. Build your factory here. You can write it off immediately, but you also
Uses a lot of numbers.
so insisted on the 4 benefits for working people: no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, auto deductibility for American cars, and that is retroactive. So as a result, in 2026, we are going to see very substantial tax refunds in the first quarter. So the best way to address the affordability crisis is to give Americans more money in their pockets, which is what this bill has done. We're going to see real
I kind of like it.
wage increases. You know, I think next year going to be a fantastic.
But that's not exactly directly affecting affordability. They could spend that money on a number of things. I don't know that doesn't directly solve the issue.
Fantastic year, taxes, deregulation.
And since he's addressing it, so he's acknowledging that affordability is a thing. So that lady was not crazy. So what are we on about here?
Energy certainty. That's why everyone with your leadership is coming to America. Bond market had its best year since 2020. Everyone said couldn't be done. So we're going to have growth. We've had 2 4% quarters before the Schumer shutdown. We're going to go back to that. So not only
You know, and I don't ideally think that it's okay, you know, like to keep everything cheap. At the same time, like maybe things do need to be more expensive. I'm serious, because it could mean like a higher quality product is being made and we don't consume garbage all the time. I don't know. In that sense, I would like things to be more expensive. You know, quality over quantity maybe. So it's all over the place, the argument of money and affordability.
we're going to have great growth, but it's going to be low inflationary growth. And stock market obviously is following, but next year is going to be the year for Main Street as all this kicks in. And you came in, immigration, I called it the 3 I's: immigration, interest rates, and inflation that were.
And I think for the entire administration.
Okay, let's hear this. This Jack.
Homes that ought by right to go to American citizens. Why did tax bills get so unaffordable?
This guy did really good when talking to what's his name? Is it Zelensky?
Because Democrats were raising taxes while congressional Republicans under the president's leadership, we're now cutting taxes. Why did food get so expensive? Because we printed trillions of dollars and threw it into green scams that made our agricultural economy suffer while Americans were paying higher prices for food. On every single one of those issues, Mr. President, I think we've made incredible progress. But it would be preposterous to fix every problem caused over the last 4 years in just 10 months. I think that we've done incredibly good. But what I see over the next year, and you heard Brooke talk about joy and gratitude, what I really think this season represents for me, and I think for the entire administration, is that we have now done incredible work to fix what Joe Biden broke. And I think that next year in American
Joe Biden.
growth and American prosperity could be the best year that we've had in the United States of America. It's going to happen because we're all working hard. It's going to happen.
Why?
Because we have the greatest country in the world. But I think for
We have the greatest country in the world where we kick people out.
Congressional Democrats
Forcibly.
in particular, if they want to talk about affordability, they ought to look in the mirror. We are fixing what they're broken. We're proud to do it. It's the job that we were elected to do.
Fixing what? Fixing what?
But I think 2026 is going to be the year where this economy really takes off.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
By making things unaffordable and affordable at the same time.
Great. Yeah.
President Trump, thank you for talking about Sarah. Heartbreaks for her family. And Andy,
is doing well. His parents, Melody and Jason, wanted me to tell you, and I was with them yesterday in the hospital. He's a miracle. I was
Social.
there when the surgeons came in, and they wanted you to know this.
Only a pretty girl can get away with this kind of talk in a professional setting, I swear.
He's a miracle, and if everyone in this country can continue to pray for that family. He's got a long road ahead of him, but he is a miracle. And of course, our DC initiative is led by our amazing, and the monster.
Imagine if Jack Boy on the right of her talked about all the miracles going on with family. It wouldn't go off very well, would it?
Will be held accountable who did this.
She exercises her right, doesn't she? Her human right, isn't that?
Our marshals, of course, are leading the DC Safe effort. We have made over 7,000 arrests at your direction. DC is safe again. Working with everyone around this table, Pete and everyone. Scott.
Safe because people are in cells. Interesting.
Scott and I were in Memphis together.
But it means it's safe, right? Like there's not going to be any more people like that come through, right? You know, people just don't endlessly do bad things, right? But it's apparently more safe because there's people now inside. I don't know.
Last week, and
I heard this thing one time, like it kind of hit me, you know, like it's very beautiful. So like when you kill ants and they're an annoyance, right? Well, they don't go away. They really don't. You just get more ants. So I don't know if anything changes, to be honest, when you kick people out of the country and you make the world a safer place, because they just regenerate, they come back. So I don't know how these people can view this kind of like number as safe. It's kind of absurd.
Everyone, and Bobby, your HHS doctors and medics are on the ground to help people in Memphis and DC. In Memphis, we've made over 30.
Why Memphis? Are they racist or something? Why did they choose Memphis? Why does Memphis need to be safe? Oh, right, because there's a lot of, black people there. I forget. That's why they picked Memphis, Not racist at all.
3,500 arrests so far, and Homeland.
They had to arrest people in Memphis for some particular reason. I don't know why, but they just did.
Security, Christy, you've been instrumental in this. But it's everyone working together as a team. We even have Treasury agents out there. It's unbelievable, on the ground in D.C. and Memphis. Of course, law enforcement for FBI. Cash Patel has led the FBI. We have
They got the whole army against this city.
100%
for some reason. Not racist, though.
Increase in the arrest of violent criminals, thanks to your leadership. DEA, led by Terry Cole. Over 45 million fentanyl pills, 4,200 kilos fentanyl powder. That is the equivalent of 30.
Why don't they go to nice areas to arrest people? I wonder why. I really don't get it. Are white people not violent? I don't understand. I don't get it.
347 million potential lethal doses. That's unbelievable that you've taken off the streets of our country. And the weight of all the drugs combined taken off by DEA is the...
And I wonder like the rate of like color, let's talk about that, let's talk about it. The rate of color, not racist though.
Weight of 7...
Hell, we profile people because of how they look, and we pick them up off of the streets because of how they look, because they look like they are a certain thing because of prejudice.
17 full semi.
So therefore, in the officers' minds, they are And what does that say about the people in power? What does that say? That they're not racist? Or are they? Tell me. If someone looks, if they are like something, and they only pick on those people, what does that say about those people that pick and choose who gets to stay and who gets to leave? What does that say?
Of the drugs, just since you've been in office, the drugs that had flowed into this country under the previous administration. ATF, led by Rob Sakata, has seized more than 30.
Rob is, I won't get into it. That's a very English name.
1,000 illegal guns. 31,000.
I thought we were pro-guns, though. What happened?
Unbelievable at your leadership. 19,000 of those were from trafficking cases. We've been sued on...
Oh, really? Well, I thought Texas was a open carry state, so I wonder why there's so much traffic now of those kinds of weapons on a border state of Mexico.
On the legal front now,
but we're pro-guns, right? So we want those, right?
we've been sued 575 times. 575 times. More than every administration going back to Reagan combined. Most recently, yesterday, I was sued by an immigration judge who we fired. One of the reasons, she said she was a woman. Last I checked, I was a woman as well. 24 Supreme Court wins, President Trump. 92% success rate. We told you it would take a while to get to the Supreme Court.
You know, this girl was sweet at first, but my goodness, she has to point out that she's a woman. It's kind of crazy. I don't know, maybe those were miracles in the beginning, because usually miracles don't happen to bad people.
We're doing it at record speed, led by John Sauer, of course, Sarah and Hosh, all working together. Immigration, we're winning. Nationwide injunction.
Did you hear how she talked about it? Immigration, we're winning. We're winning by kicking those Mexicans out, right? We're winning.
DEI funding, working to secure that our federal workforce is aligned with your America First agenda, representing pretty much everyone in this room. We met with your general counsel yesterday, Doug.
Notice the ratio of like blacks and whites in this cabinet and Asians and all that. I wonder why it's like that. I really do. Like in a non-racist, open, free country, I really kind of question like why there's so many white people in this cabinet, in this very room.
Met with, working with everyone. It's nonstop.
But you know, even that black guy's he acts kind of white, so maybe he belongs there. Good for him. He assimilated to the corrupt, ways of life.
ICE, of course, we're winning there with
kicking out his own people.
Christie, we're Brooke, SNAP benefits, won there. Marco, USAID. Pete, National Guard, of course, going nonstop. Our U.S. attorneys are fighting violent crime, working around the clock to make America safe again, which was your directive. Our Civil Rights Division, suing Gavin Newsom 3 times now, Prop 50, keeping boys out of girls' sports, and in-state tuition for illegal aliens.
I mean, that name, I just hear it, I feel like it should be sued. I've heard it so many times, it annoys me. It should be sued for just existing.
We've sued over election integrity. We are litigating major universities with Linda. Thank you, our Civil Rights Division, for everything that you've done to end DEI in our schools. Our Civil Division fighting sanctuary cities every single day. And of course, our Antitrust Division with Google, major settlement. Our attorneys are working on terrorism, TDA, MS-13, Antifa, President Trump. We've charged more than...
Working with what? Working with what? What are they doing? What is it? You know, all these like hook phrases, but what's going on exactly? It's just an overstatement. It's just a a blanket terminology going on, being used, and there's no details, no specifics. But, you know, what's going on? Shouldn't we know what's going on? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we're not entitled to information because as long as it gets overheard and talked about quickly and it sounds good, then it's good, right? But what are like the actual details, you know, behind this?
500 defendants with assault on federal officers thanks to your directive. And also, we have dropped countless cases against Americans
And where are these numbers coming from?
that were prosecuted under the Biden administration.
I noticed it's like a nice even number, 500, but like, are numbers usually even like this? So I don't, are they actually accurate and honest numbers? I don't know.
Including J6, COVID, FACE Act, and more. And as everyone knows, we cannot talk about pending grand jury investigations, but no one is above the law, and that includes what happened in Arctic frost. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and
I hope you have a bad Christmas.
Happy holidays. Thank you for fighting for our country.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Please, Laura.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for allowing me to be
I wonder when the last time she went to churches.
at this table. When I came on board, I knew really none of you in this last year, and it's been a year, Mr. President, since I've had the pleasure to serve this country on the workforce. Everybody said the
Has it been a pleasure or a chaotic miss?
Department of Labor would be quiet, fly under the radar. You won't have to do too much. Absolutely not, because you made the American people realize the American dream is real for the American workforce. And it's been under your leadership, Mr. President, that over 2 million jobs that has been created since you started have been native-born workers. And that is the difference between this presidency, this administration, as opposed to the Biden administration, where mostly foreign-born or federal government jobs. And I think through the private sector, over 2 million jobs of native-born. And so the Labor Department...
So let me say, like, foreign-born equals not able to do the job? Is that all? So it's kind of crazy because, like, sometimes foreign people are better, including, like, building houses and all that. I don't know. So, yeah.
Has wasted no time in putting that into action with our Make America Skilled Again, either grant dollars, but the intention...
The irony there, the irony. I guess, well, it's kind of some truth because Americans really don't have skills. But Mexicans do when they built the house that most of these people live in.
Functionality of the apprenticeship program, 1 million active apprentices across this country. We have done over 250,000 new apprentices so far in the first year and registered over 2,000 new apprenticeship programs. Why do we need the apprenticeship programs with the men and women in the trades? Because of the leadership of onshoring and
because they don't have skill.
Reshoring, and have a lot of these companies reinvest in America. We have to build this country. We cannot do that without the tradesmen and women and the craftsmen of this country. And I think that, you know, Howard and I...
It's true, so why kick them out?
We talked about that from the beginning, and we're going to have to lean in on that because we need the labor force, 700,000 new skilled jobs with electricians, construction workers, machinists.
Construction workers? That's surprising. Why do we need construction workers?
And so forth. And as I traveled with the Vice President as well, we see that on the manufacturing floors of this country, they're in desperate need. The Department of Labor are going to get
desperate need.
The workforce skilled again. Working with Secretary McMahon as we move a lot of the education out to our respective states. We are now working together, and we have deployed $86 million in investments, and a lot of that is in AI infrastructure jobs to have our new workforce proficient and literate in AI if we're going to continue to lead the AI race, and we're working on
The funny thing is that it's sometimes not even accurate.
that, and the Department of Labor is now creating and will soon launch the AI infrastructure and workforce hub, which we will be able to track that metrics to see exactly if these dollars are going correctly. Integrating.
Okay, I think I understand the non-racist policies that are being enacted. Let's go ahead and watch something about the war going on in the big country with the little country. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So, let's go ahead and type these words in. Very curious about this whole ordeal. English not so good. Maybe I should just get kicked out of the country. I don't know. But then that would mean a lot of other people that don't look like me would get kicked out of the country. So I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do that at all. Kick people out of the country. Let's see what this is.
Move fast, break nothing with trustworthy AI. SAS Via.
I've never seen so many people smile about people fighting in one room. It's kind of beautiful, isn't it?
Russian President Vladimir Putin met with U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy.
Look at how happy they are talking about people dying. It's just so funny and so cute, isn't it? Thousands of people dying every week, and they have smiles on their faces. Nice.
Steve Witkoff and the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
Look at that, so cute.
The Kremlin on Tuesday. Their mission to Moscow is aimed at finding a way to end the deadliest European conflict.
Oh, look at that. Let's all smile. We love it.
Since World War II.
How about, you know what would be something to smile about if this ended? I think that would be worth smiling about.
A leaked set of 28 U.S. draft peace proposals that emerged last week stoked alarm with Ukrainian and European.
You know, people who lived in these buildings, I'm sure smiled at one point. That's crazy. Because they had somewhere to live, but now they don't have anywhere to live, and they're probably frowning.
European officials who said it bowed to Russia's main demands. European leaders crafted a set of counter-proposals.
Kind of looks like Gaza.
Aimed at tilting the balance toward Ukraine.
And imagine our nation being against Gaza and making it look like that. It's kind of cool. Let's smile about it. And we ended the war. You know how we ended the war? By bombing. That's crazy, right?
Before Tuesday's meeting, Putin dismissed European counter-proposals on Ukraine.
Basically making it so that the whole infrastructure is gone.
As being absolutely unacceptable to Moscow. And he warned Europe that it would face swift defeat if it went to war with Russia.
Oh, look at this guy. Very astute figure here.
Trump has repeatedly said he wants to end the war in Ukraine, but his efforts so.
Look at the size difference. You know, one's bigger and one's big. Maybe big head. I don't know.
Far, including a summit with Putin in Alaska in August and meetings with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, have not yet brought peace. At a cabinet meeting in Washington.
Well, they both are kind of big wigs. Well, I mean, one doesn't have a wig, kind of maybe, kind of just ugly, and then the other one, you never know if he has a wig or not.
Trump said it would not be an easy situation to resolve.
And our people are over in Russia right now to see if we can get it settled. Not an easy situation, let me tell you. What a mess.
Just stop fighting. What is hard about that?
On Tuesday, Russia's defense ministry claimed its forces had completed the conquest of Pokrovsk, a strategic city in eastern Ukraine. Ukraine said it.
And you know, like, as long as, I don't think, you know, I don't think Ukraine is at all, like, innocent because they keep fighting. Like, they should have just surrendered day one, and it wouldn't have made much of a difference. They would have had all their infrastructure, people wouldn't have been bombed, people's lives would have been saved. But because of fighting, we have to, more people have to suffer for no reason. They should have surrendered, you know. I mean, because look at what's happening now. It's just going on and on. It's being dragged on. I mean, that's called, you know, pride. Too much pride. I really think that, I know it's not like, I know there's a lot of honor in this, right? There's no honor in just giving up, like surrendering. But, you know, long term, I think that's what they should have done. Because this is being dragged on and people are dying constantly. And the whole, it's just getting worse and worse. For both countries. Why do people have to suffer for this? For land? It's insane. You know, continue the war for, and say that to people who are gone now. You can't say anything because they're gone. What's the point of it? What did they die for? For nothing. For nothing.
Forces still controlled parts of the city.
And these are young kids, you know. They're like 18, 19, 20 years old going to war. What do they gotta die for? It's insane. It really is.
Russian forces now control more than 19% of Ukraine.
Because egos are just too big in both directions. No one is innocent.
Despite high losses, that's up only 1 percentage point from 2 years ago, though they have advanced in 2025 at the fastest pace since the invasion, according to pro-Ukrainian maps.
You know what's scary is like this guy is like smiling, but like he might pass both of them at some point within this war of maintaining power. I don't know, maybe they go home. I don't know. But this is not like a beautiful thing. This is scary. Look at the background.
4 years after Moscow's forces invaded their smaller neighbor, Russia has failed to conquer Ukraine, which has been supported by European powers and the United States.
We are waiting for the results.
You figure with how much money we're dumping into this country that you figure they'd win, but it doesn't seem like it's that easy.
In America-Russia negotiations today.
You know what's so crazy is like we gave them money just because we were nice. We didn't have to do this. And we did it the first time because, and that was a big risk. And it's like we're just, you know, talk about losing money. We're losing money here. And why can't they just take care of themselves? They're a country. They're a country. They have money. It's just insane. Or the other option is to not fight.
Results.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, speaking in Dublin, said everything would depend on the talks in Moscow.
Giving Tuesday.
And we see these talks and nothing happens. It's been the same talks, just talks.
So pleased to see you. You've had around the city. Beautiful.
Очень хорошая, красивая прогулка.
Together with the Moscow.
True. It's the hottest country anywhere in the world.
The president-elect like you've never seen him.
I'd rate myself less than a great husband.
Candid, revealing.
I think all women are unbelievably complex.
One thing for sure about Donald J. Trump.
I've had a hell of a life.
and Extra with him throughout it.
Watch Extra, or you're fired.
From the Celebrity Apprentice boardroom to the Miss USA pageant.
On Ukraine, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner were there last night with Vladimir Putin. Can you give us an update about those talks? It sounds from what the Kremlin is saying that they're not going to compromise. Can you tell us what you've...
I don't know what the Kremlin's doing. I can tell you that they had a reasonable...
Let's close it off with some last things. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. So let's see exactly like what this looks like.
And the Department of Homeland Security says it has arrested more than 400 suspected undocumented immigrants. This is in North Carolina. So
let's watch like raw footage. We don't want to watch protests, but the crackdown. Let's see. I want something that's non-news. Let's see.
Deployed a flashbang device.
No.
This is a hot flash. This is a not flash. This.
Let's just watch like this. Watch.
What?
Oh, they got volumes. Let's go. So this is forcibly being taken out of a car. This is the greatest country in the world. She's black for some reason, I don't know.
This is Norwalk, Connecticut.
Sir, please stop. You did. Sir, stop. No, stand the ground. Stand the ground. Your train's behind your back. Sir, please stop. Sir, please stop. Sir, please stop. Your train's behind your back.
You guys better call an ambulance. He hit his head really hard. Fucking asshole. Fucking pieces of shit, yo.
I wonder what to do with their cars. They get to have free cars. It's kind of crazy.
I want to see the warrant. I want to see the
It's kind of like stealing in a way.
warrant. Wait, my wife's coming for. You know, oh my God! Well, I want to see the warrant. Come on.
¿Cómo se llama, hermano? ¿Cómo se llama?
Leonel.
¿Leonel qué?
Leonel Chavez.
Leonel Chávez.
Yeah. Ricardo Chavez. I don't know what you're looking for. I want to see the. Oh my God, this guy's crazy.
You better take him to a fucking doctor right now.
He damaged my truck too. He damaged my
You
truck.
better take the other guy to a doctor right now. He hit his head on the ground.
Stay
It's a brand new truck almost.
back. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Why is coming with it?
You can tell the people that are employed are just like random people, like not even police people. They're just like guys that are fit for the job. I just mean like a little bit physically fit and maybe not mentally all there, and they want some money, so they do this job. They're not even like legit police. They don't even have like clothes or uniform. They're just basically normal citizens.
Stay back.
It's sad that they have to be the clowns for this type of movement.
I want to do it the good work. I want to mask. Take your mask off, man. Yeah. Take your mask off.
Bro, this is fucking.
Take your mask off.
Thank you. Llévalo a un doctor. Y hispano también.
Ricardo Chavez.
Ricardo y Leonel Chávez, yeah.
Notice they're like in normal cars.
I used to be somebody. Back when hiring remote.
Stop! Yo, hey, yo, stop! Stop! Look at this city! Stop! Out of our city! Get out of our city! Choke yourself out! Right here. Turn it! Why are you guys here? Stay right there. Answer a question. Why are you guys here? Who are you guys?
What agency are you guys with?
Who are you guys? Oh, are you guys cops? Shut the fuck up. Are you? Who are you? Who are you? Take your mask off and show me some badge.
What agency are you guys with?
It's so easy behind the mask. Can you guys tell us who you are? Who are you? Boy, let's see some badge. You have to answer me? Nick, you gotta answer somebody.
Can you tell us what agency you're with? I'm press. What agency are you with?
Here, my guy. You don't care what agency? I don't talk to the press.
Okay, we just want to know what agency you're with. Are you with the Metropolitan Police Department? Or are you with the federal government?
Back the fuck up. Stay on the sidewalk. You can film all you want, but back the fuck up.
Why?
Ricky. No, right in the back.
These guys make police look good.
Are you guys with Maryland? You got Maryland license plates?
Marilyn Monroe?
Are you with ICE?
I can't. I don't like loud ladies talking. I'm traumatized.
Pretty ironic that these illegals say ICE is terrorizing their community as if they didn't infiltrate America. If you can't speak English, get the hell out of this country.
When you go visit Europe, France, when you go visit Italy, they should say that to you when you're enjoying a pizza and a wine next to the ocean when you go on your vacations. Or do you only go to Appalachia land to go in a little cabin to go shoot some deers and bears for fun on your vacation? What do you do? What do you do for fun? Do you go to Hawaii? Should the Hawaiian people say get out because you don't know the culture? They do sometimes, so maybe they should treat you how you treat others. I mean, naturally, is there not a slight interest in going to a foreign country, even though you don't know the language? Interesting.
Mira, ya no están usando los mismos carros, están usando carros diferentes, están usando. Carros diferentes están usando, muchachos.
She said different cars they're using.
Miren. Carros diferentes están usando, muchachos. Miren.
It's scary, man, because, like, look at that. They just look... That has to be, like, some level of, like, at least some immorality here, because it's a trick. You don't even know what you're getting into, so at least be fair, you know? If you're gonna do something scummy like this, at least play on, like, level fields, you know? That's what I say. At least, like, they make, like, police look good. Like, I would take a normal, already employed police officer over these dump trucks. I don't understand.
Carros diferentes están usando estos de migración. Y ya habían pasado, las denales estas ya habían pasado. Nomás que pensamos, no sabíamos que venían para acá. Ya se les había avisado en la mañanita, se les había avisado de la presencia de inmigración aquí en Roscoe y Balboa, mi gente. Aquí están, mira, ahora vienen hasta en estas Toyotas normales.
She said Toyota's normal, and they took her people.
En estas Toyotas normales vienen ahora.
I don't know if they're her people. It's a little far, but they're people, you know?
Esta también es de ellos. Miren, mi gente.
This is what the illegals are teaching their kids. Absolutely disgraceful parenting. They come to this country and show no respect for it. Get out!
Well, I mean, do they have respect for them? What are you talking about? Very low intelligence there, whoever is narrating. Very low IQ, I'm sure. Why would someone respect someone that doesn't give them respect back? Tell me that. Just natural instincts. Not very intelligent, whoever advocated that channel in rhetoric. So we'll watch like one more compilation. It's kind of annoying, they're kind of stupid, but we'll watch it.
He was fired just 3 weeks before he was set to retire.
And now he's becoming an industry whistleblower. Kate Jennings.
So just like hear the level of like insanity going on in these people's voices. This is the greatest country in the world, by the way.
Mental illness is running rampant in the streets.
Greatest country in the world, by the way. Look at this.
Streets of New Orleans. A screaming Karenita erupts first, shrieking Nazi at ICE officers merely enforcing the law. Moments later, another Karen attempts her ritual cry for a warrant and receives absolute...
I understand. So this channel is pro ICE, but they're actually anti because they're showing the truth of how bad they are.
Absolutely nothing in return.
Do you have a warrant?
An Antifa mob storms an ICE detention facility and things end badly for them. But the highlight of the migration, the Juan that got away, launching himself over a fence with Olympic enthusiasm to escape capture. Prepare yourself, this ecosystem only gets stranger.
That's Olympian enthusiasm. Took about a good 3-4 seconds, 5 minutes doing that. I think they're just slower than them. That's why they can't catch them. It's almost like they're more physically adept. So that's interesting. Maybe better fit to work for our country. She's annoying. Alright, I can't do that. That's annoying.
Her private residence, so now ICE can legally arrest her with no judicial warrant to enter the property. Thank you, Karenita.
They're saying, what did he do? What did he do? He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. She said, give me Dad's phone number. What'd he do? What'd he do? She said he didn't even have any recollection of what happened, kind of. Or, it's not a direct translation, and I think she said it's not normal.
Do you have a warrant? Do you have a warrant?
She said, do you have a warrant? That I could hear loudly and clear.
Do you have a warrant? Where is the judicial warrant? Where is the judicial warrant? Where is the judicial warrant?
Yo, I'm not gonna like go walk up to a guy with that in his hand.
He could have not illegally entered the country, but he chose not to. ICE should make this a spectacle, so maybe the next Juanito watching this decides to self-deport.
Why Juanita? She sounds kind of white to me. Juanita? Is that like, are you profiling people and calling them by like a name that's Mexican? Because is that the kind of people that get kicked out only? It's not white people? Why isn't it a name like John or Ben or Steven? Juanita? That's an interesting name.
Where is the warrant? Where is the judicial warrant?
But this country's not racist, so.
Where is the judicial warrant? Y'all are taking him for nothing. I don't care either then. Y'all are not supposed to be doing it. I'm not doing nothing. I'm staying back. Where's the judicial warrant? Don't do that to him! Don't do that to him! That's cute! That is a good man! You have no warrant! You have no warrant!
If he's a good man, then Mexico should be grateful to get him back.
Be nice!
They probably are grateful to get him back. That's what's so crazy.
Be nice! You can do that! Oh my god! He is a good man! He provides for his family!
My compassion goes to the Americans who can't get a job or afford a home while this illegal could.
You can be respectful!
Why can't they get a job? What's stopping them? Exactly. Like, I doubt they work in construction, right? So, and you know what's so interesting? Like, construction is one of the harder working jobs. So, all the jobs that Americans will do, the illegals, so-called illegals, won't, no, all the jobs that the illegals will do, the citizens won't do. So where's the problem there? We both have or it's a fair, you know, both evenly working together. Because other people won't do the jobs that these people will do, the illegals. So that's a very interesting argument there. And this is all like very low level, low tier, low ball argument here, you know, low IQ. You can't argue with a low IQ person. He should fight, he should fight. She's saying, so that people don't misconstrue the words, right? She's saying, leave peacefully, don't fight them back. But I think he should fight back and just run away, because they probably can't catch him anyways. That one man is more stronger than three of them. What is this? What is like this guy doing? There's Steve right here with the work boots. Looks like he just got back from the farm. What is he doing? Exactly, just standing there. He gets paid to stand there? That's crazy. Look at this guy. What does he do for a living? Oh, he does this.
Like MLK said, judge by content of character, not by color of skin. This Karen is a racist,
which they don't do,
and thinks anyone of her skin tone should be on her team.
You would think they'd be on their team. Very, very low IQ arguments this bot makes, which was pre-programmed to work for a higher purpose, but it's a very low-level purpose, low-level argument.
What? They're trying to work! In front of his kids, bro! No warrant! No nothing!
Let's go. Let's go. Back up.
Person's black.
Back up. Don't you back up.
And we are acknowledging color because they seem to do it, so I'm doing it. I'm acknowledging color of who's who, and I'm categorizing everything by their color as they do. You know, their own medicine.
And look, I'm looking in your faces right now. You shame on you. Shame on all of you. Shameless Nazi pig.
Not a single drop of testosterone can be found in this image.
You do this to me. Out the door. Okay, out the door. That's fine. You do this to us. You do this to your out the door. No, that's fine. Out the door. You are all animals. What are you without your gun?
Took off your body camera. Why did you take off your body camera?
These people have wasted years of their life fighting for George Soros and have absolutely nothing to show for it.
Why did you take off your body camera?
Where's your body camera?
Why did you take off?
No justice! No justice! No justice! Move! Move! Justice! We'll be back! We'll be back! We'll be back! We'll be back!
Look at how much better the real cops actually handled that. That's crazy.
We'll be back!
We could solve a lot of problems by deporting.
Man, Mexicans are really good at hopping over things, aren't they? Oh, not only that, while they're working, isn't that interesting? Look at this house that was made. Kind of looks pretty good, right? Pretty solid. I think a lot of people live in those houses. Córrele.
Aquí lo tenemos en la cara.
Imagine being taken like mid-house building. It's just like iconic. Imagine you're like doing something good for the world and you're being taken out of place. What does that remind you of? Think about in history where people have disrupted with the good things that go on.
No Juan left behind. Gotta catch them all.
No Juan left behind. That's a bit racist, isn't it? Why does the name gotta be Juan? Why not No John left behind?
He thought he could be the Juan that got away, but not today.
And you see, as long as they continue to segregate and use these words against us, I'll use my words against them.
ICE has been training for this moment, and there are many, many more moments.
They don't seem very trained. Why aren't they in uniforms as well?
To come just like this, and you can catch them all on my channel, so you might as well subscribe now. This old Vietnam man.
I wonder what would happen if we had a video of like, you know, ICE being captured. Let's see how they would like it.
Man was caught committing
Let's see if they would be calm.
Disturbing acts on non-adults. You won't be missed, sir.
Yeah. Right here. Right there. Okay.
More so-called hard-working Juanitos got caught in the act. You might as well subscribe now. This old Vietnam man was caught committing disturbing acts on non-adults. You won't be missed, sir.
Yeah. Right here. Right there. Okay.
More so-called hard-working Juanitos got caught in the act. Adios, amigos. I'm pleased that Home Depot cooperates with ICE. I would love to have them as a sponsor on the channel.
Why do you cover your faces? You guys are being cowards. Cowards.
They cover their faces because they think they have something of worth.
This is ridiculous. Absolutely cowardice.
Not sure why this soy boy is in Home Depot. I know he can't assemble anything with his hands.
True.
How dare
Neither can the ICE people either.
you?
Sir, why are you doing these walk-alongs?
How you doing today, ma'am?
Good, I'm doing well. How are you?
All right, doing fantastic.
Can we get any info on how long this is going to last?
That's until the mission's accomplished, ma'am.
And I will be here to cover the whole thing. Subscribe so you don't miss it.
What kind of people are you targeting today?
On a vacation rental, if it's not listed on booking.com.
We didn't get an answer on that one. That's crazy. Wonder why. People don't like the truth, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. So I think we get the. Oh, let's see. This looks interesting.
When I needed a master's degree that fit my life and my career goals, WGU was the perfect fit. Their online programs are.
To the latest now on ICE operations in Minnesota. In the last few hours, the Department of Homeland Security confirmed at least 12 people have been taken into ICE custody in the Twin Cities this
Nice. I'm so happy.
week. The DHS says they are from Somalia, Mexico, and El Salvador, and they've been convicted or.
Why are they all Spanish? I don't get it. I don't get why.
Or arrested on crimes ranging from DUI to child sex crimes to domestic violence. ICE's presence, though, still keeping many in the community on edge, including one Minneapolis restaurant that says they had their first.
Spanish and black. I mean, sorry. I don't mean to label.
ICE encounter since opening more than a decade ago. Raya Katene heard from them today.
For over a decade. Yeah, I've been holding down the corner of 35th and Nicollet for a while now.
The team at this South Minneapolis restaurant has survived bitter cold days like this one. But never have they
This is because of the weather. I mean, right?
They had ICE agents at their front door.
Yeah.
Until this week.
Yeah, definitely our first ICE encounter.
Since the Trump administration deployed more federal agents to the Twin Cities, Ola Arepa owner Christina Nguyen says she believes ICE arbitrarily targeted her
They can just go into restaurants. That's crazy.
restaurant twice this week.
I have no idea. Maybe because we have a Spanish name.
This Ring camera footage shows what she says neighbors confirm.
A Spanish name? So they didn't go into, like, what if they went into, like, Wendy's or something like that? Why didn't they try that first?
Does ICE agents in unmarked cars in her parking lot on Tuesday while the
You know, at McDonald's, I usually see a lot of Spanish staff. Maybe they should have tried that, too. They could have gotten more.
The business was closed. Then two agents made their way into the restaurant on Wednesday around dinner time.
I had asked them if they had a judicial warrant, and they said we don't need one. I said, yes, you do.
General Manager Naomi Rathke says she was going over ICE protocols with other employees to ensure they knew their rights when the agents walked in. She asked them to leave because they did not have a signed warrant, which she knew they're required to have inside a private business.
They don't have power over me. They don't have power over us, so I'm not scared of them, honestly.
Very brave, seriously brave to not crumble under that pressure.
According to Christina, the agents said they're searching for a woman whose photo they had on their phone, but she says that woman does not work here.
It wasn't anybody who works for us at all, but, possibly to them, everybody looks the same. I don't know.
Employees then captured this video of the agents leaving and turning the wrong way on a one-way street.
They were lucky because usually that street is incredibly busy, especially during like rush hour.
Christina says even though some of her employees are still shaken by what happened,
People who are here completely lawfully are just afraid.
She believes there's power in knowledge and hopes others take the time to understand their rights.
We just all have to stay strong together and be in solidarity with each other.
In Minneapolis, Raya Katene, KARE 11
In the greatest country of the world.
News.
Finally, a lasting weight loss solution that
Video shared by immigrant advocacy organization
There's another Mexican guy.
Escucha Mi Voz shows a grocery store worker in Iowa being arrested by ICE agents in plain clothes.
ICE agents are white, I see. Usually.
The worker, identified as Jorge Gonzalez Ochoa, can be seen pinned to the ground as the agents ready to taser while he was screaming for help.
Who are you with? Who? ICE? Wow,
In a statement to CNN affiliate KCRG, ICE said that Gonzalez Ochoa is, quote, a 27-year-old criminal illegal alien from Colombia who is under criminal investigation for fraud, and that the agents executed the arrest professionally and in full compliance with the law.
What's your name? Say your name. Say your name. Jorge Eliezer Gonzalez. Say your name.
CNN has reached out to ICE for comment on this situation.
Fraud over what? They don't want to say. Okay. And a lot of people commit fraud, but they don't get arrested. I wonder why. Very interesting. Oh, this is great, and one of the greatest capitals ever. I ain't even gonna lie, you know, Washington, D.C., when I was there, it was one of the most beautiful places ever. Like, I've ever seen in America. It was amazing. I don't know all this talk about how it's, like, not safe. I think maybe they just mean, like, a lot of black people walking around and maybe Mexican people. Maybe that's why they think it's not safe. I don't really get it. It's kind of interesting.
Dad, what was the name on this guy?
It says Lope Hernandez. Interesting choice of you know, who he is. Wonder if they picked that guy in specific.
Chapin. Dad, what was the name on this guy? Chapin.
Okay. Okay, so I think we get it. And very much gonna acknowledge this as it is, and I think you see my points here. And do with the information, you know, whatever you're gonna do, just do whatever. You can't make people think or say a certain thing, but I can give information and my opinions. Hopefully, you know, in a free country, I don't know. Okay.